All right, you all, good morning. Come in, hit the like, hit the share button. I have not sat in this chair in some days in live stream, so glad to come before you this morning. I hope you're having a great Tuesday or whatever day of the week that it is. I don't have a lot of time to live stream, so I'm getting right into the topic. Texas is have a bill representative to consider creating a gold-backed digital currency. So what will that digital currency do for this bill in Texas? Well, it will challenge the central bank's physical authority. In Texas, this bill really wasn't a surprise because of major issues going on earlier this year to create currency backed by precious metals. So this will become a really good alternative to the digital dollar, right? The CBDC that is fiat, that is not backed by anything. So Texas wants to make gold and silver legal tender in the state. Um, that will develop their own CBDC. So many people now are becoming aware of how digital currency works, and they want options. They want choices to use precious metal. And now Texas recognized that because silver and gold coins hold their value. I've been teaching you all about what real money is, right? As these CBDCs, these Federal Reserve notes, your cash will eventually lose its purchasing power, lose its value. So this new gold and silver and adoption of digital currencies that are 100% backed by gold and silver, it's important because it's also 100% redeemable, and crypto or digital money, gold, and silver. It will be available for you for everyday transactions. So you will see now how significant that challenge would be to continue to issue out fiat currency that is not backed by any value, right? Now you have this that is backed by gold. So each unit or silver, so each fraction of a troy ounce of gold, for example, will be held in trust. The state will maintain enough gold to maintain for the provide of the redemption of enough gold in digital currency, right? And so that you can redeem it, right? So this is very important. It's extremely important, effectively, because there's a tangible equivalent of a store value of gold and or silver that you will be able to exchange one for the other at any point of time. Now, this bill also elaborates on how you can redeem your money. So a person that holds the digital currencies can present any amount to the units to redeem for money. Then the controllable sale from gold held in a depository account, a fraction number will equal to the number of units. Now, I've been coming to you all about cryptocurrencies that you can personally have control over that are linked to the exchange, not backed by gold or silver, that is linked, where you can have the options to exchange directly, right, for a digital currency. You can present it to the controller, and redeem for its equivalent in gold and silver. Now, how will the value of this new digital currency be set? The price of precious metals, as you all know, it changes daily. So the bill states that the value, right, of the new digital currency must equal to the fraction of the troy ounce of gold at the time of the transaction, at the time of the redemption. So, what do you all think about this new bill? And does this put a twist on people who believe the Dave Ramsey philosophy that gold is just a shiny piece of metal, that is not real money? And you have Florida that also want to make this adoption as well of digital gold on the rise. I also know the difference between linked digital gold versus backed cryptocurrency that is backed by digital gold. When you have linked digital gold connected with crypto, right, old money and new money, that means you're able to redeem it for its physical counterpart through the digitalization system. As we also have other digital gold on the rise again. I've been coming before you all faithfully. It's telling you to invest in God's money and to get out of government's money, because God's money always holds its true intrinsic value. Money must never be able to fade or corrode. Cash, right, paper or cotton has been depreciated, losing its purchasing power since I mean the powers that be, the government in 1933 made it illegal for its citizens in the United States to have real money and real gold. And ever since then, people that do not study the past or the history of money do not know that gold and silver is real money. In fact, that has never been changed in the Constitution. So what will happen as FedNow is released, as digital dollars are released, you have this physical currency, gold and silver and money, that will be used to reset the new digital currency system. So let me make it even simpler. Let me make it plain for you. Gold and silver will be used to reset the currency system, and the new currency system that will be brought in will definitely be digital currency and collaboration or cooperation or working with old money, which is physical gold and silver particular. Now, you also have other precious metals that are will have capital gains, but if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I believe in putting my money in things that will cash flow, income producing cash flow over capital gains. Cash flow is not only tax less and cheaper than capital gains, but it brings you in perpetual income stream so that you not only survive and thrive in this financial system reset. I had to get some water. I haven't live streamed in a while. So digital gold is on the rise, with countries like Zimbabwe moving ahead with their own incentives. I've been teaching you all about Zimbabwe, what happened to their physical cash that is actually printed better to look better. It looks better than United States physical cash, right? As far as the artwork and fine art on it. Zimbabwe went bankrupt. People had wheelbarrows full of physical cash, and people stole the wheelbarrow and dumped the physical cash in the streets. The wheelbarrow was more valuable at that time than the paper cash money, right? And so now you have digital gold on the rise with digital gold, right? Let me share the screen with you again so that you can see. I always tell people to fact check, do your own research and due diligence. Digital gold is on the rise again with Zimbabwe. Interest in digital gold reflects changing attitudes towards the dollar and other fiat currency. Texas, again, one step closer to launching a digital currency backed entirely by gold. This is House Bill 4903, introduced last month, March 10th, by the representative, right, Mark DeRazio. It has been generated. It has already generated the support of 43 sponsors, and again, Florida is doing the same. They are considered in a formal and was considered in a formal meeting on Tuesday. A public hearing will now take place, people, on Monday. So back to the gold standard. So we're going back to the future, which means again that we're going back to old money with the collaboration of new money. They will work together like the Bible works together with the Old Testament and the New Testament. And so with that being said, a lot of you all that follow me know that I have just returned from Dominican Republic, Punta Cana, and just had a lot of conversations with a lot of the people there who were either traveling or residents, right? And One particular conversation was with a man in India who knows about 24 karat gold, who knows about real money, real wealth. And, as we were talking and having our conversation, I introduced, he's very rich and wealthy. He flew in on a jet with his friends and got the black card company. And I asked him, I said, do you want to continue? Because he was in agriculture, right? Not like the traditional Indian route of being an engineer or doctor. Those are usually your two choices that you have as a part of that culture. And very much interested in having digital currency that is linked to cryptocurrency. I asked on my Facebook and I received a lot of very intellectual answers of why would you invest in crypto? Why would you invest in crypto? And again, I have to make this live stream short because I have an appointment. And why crypto? Why now? Well, and again, this is not investing advice. Again, I invest for cash flow, right? Versus capital gains. But I do on a monthly basis have automated millionaire automated wealth principles where I'm not thinking about it. I can't forget, I can't forget about it. I can't, life happens. And sometimes people just forget about their financial situation unless they're forced to think about it. Right. And so with that being said, I just have my wealth automatically set, right? If you have not read the book, Automated Millionaire, I definitely recommend that. And then if you have not read the book, Think and Grow Rich, I also recommend that because that is a mindset shift of prosperity. But I woke up also today thinking about Ecclesiastes chapter 11, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 11. So many investing principles and concepts in the Bible, they're not taught in most instances, most cases, and most church organizations. But Ecclesiastes chapter 11, if you've been following me for any amount of time, 11:11 is my prosperity scripture, or my prosperity numbers that are biblically based. I won't just say angel numbers, right? I believe it. Biblical based numbers. And as I'm having this conversation with the Indian man, he was honest with me and up front and said, I've never read the Bible, right? I never read the Bible. Give me a second. My daughter sent me a message. She's so sweet. Asked me, did I want something to eat? And he said, well, I never read the Bible, but I understand numbers. I said, well, I know you do. And I said, well, let's elaborate on the number 11 from a biblical perspective. First of all, 1 number 11 represents creation, or being creative and creativeness. And that starts with Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created. That word God in its purest original translation translates to Elohim, which then translates to powerful one. So in the beginning, the powerful ones, plural, Elohim, right, created. So 11:11 is a number of creation. You are supposed to be creative, right? And then I went on and I said, well, what about Joshua 1:11? It says, prepare your provisions. You also are supposed to be a person of preparation, of preparing. Okay, my daughter wants to give me something. Let me see. All right, so Joshua 1:11, you're supposed to be in preparation. Did not say prayer. Nothing wrong with prayer. But at some point, prayer should lead you to preparation, right? Deuteronomy 1:11, may the Lord thy God, the God of our ancestors, bless you. And then that comes with the conjoining factor, and increase you 1,000 times more. Than you have Deuteronomy 1:11 that talks about possessions of land, right? It talks about possessions of land, right? And then we have John 11:11, and Jesus says Lazarus is asleep, but I will wake him up. 11:11 not only represents creativeness that you're supposed to have, you're supposed to be creative, right? But it also represents an awakening. You're supposed to be woke and not broke. Now, let me say that again because I might go skip over that one too fast. You're supposed to be woke and not broke. Selah. We're going to pause and think on that one, John 11:11. So I began to share these 11:11 scriptures with him. And although he never read the Bible, he understood numbers, right? Numbers never lie. If you want to know your progress in something, look at the numbers. If you want to know if you have a mindset for prosperity, check your bank account. Your bank account is often a reflection of your mindset. It will show you directly where your heart lies, right? It will show you directly where your priorities are when it comes to finances and money, right? Your level of success seldom exceeds your level of personal development and your mindset. So now we have Ecclesiastes 11, another 11 scriptures. I can go into Genesis 11. And you all, I got an important call to take. Let me pause this real quick. And I'm going to show you all Ecclesiastes 11. So I had to take that phone call from my doctor. Great news on that one. I'll tell you all about that later. But Ecclesiastes 11, invest in many ventures. That says many, ship your grain across the sea. After many days, you may, this is another translation. It says after many days, you may, because guess what? This is NIV translation. It may take you some months and years to receive a return. That's why I say after many days you may, but it also goes into scripture or verse 2 says, invest in seven. Seven is the number, is divine transition. Yes, 8, because you don't know what disaster may come upon the land. You won't believe how many people go by the title of Christians that are supposed to be Christ-like. They don't follow the biblical money prosperity principles. They don't have their money invested in 7 or 8 ventures. They don't have silver. They don't have gold. They don't have crypto. They don't. And it's right there in black and white. Hello, Mr. George. I was just studying the current state of credit, and a lot of people are going to regret that they do not have their credit scoring system set up on the FICO 10 resilience credit scoring system. I've been educating people about for the last 2 years that we are shifting from the old credit scoring system to now FICO 10 and FICO 10T and the resilience credit score. So if you have no idea what that means, you need to do some research and due diligence. Also be aware of President Biden's changes of the credit scoring system, that for low income people is more beneficial for them to purchase homes right now, that came into effect beginning of May, where they will be positioned to requirement to have lower down payment and lower interest rates. So look like 2008, is repeating itself all over again. People, again, the name of the game is income producing assets, and to leverage and use your credit to get these assets, right? I used to call it credit to crypto or credit to coins, but get asset. Again, my first preference is income cash flowing assets, not capital gains. With silver, however, it is so very affordable. Why would you not get an ounce of silver for under $40 an ounce? Like, why would you not? And the shortage of silver and the reset of gold and silver used to reset the currency system is going to drive prices to a new all-time high. So now you have FedNow that is also implemented that will save you from the central bank's digital currency. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people who think the Federal Reserve and the central bank's digital currency are the same thing or simultaneously, and they are different. The Fed is different from the government. The Fed is not federal, right? It's a cartel of private families. Your taxation is not your federal taxes anyway. It's not going to the government system. That's where your state taxes help with your local projects and local, things that goes on in your particular state. And so now FedNow is a faster payment system, people. It is not central bank's digital currency. It has nothing to do with central bank's digital currency. So what FedNow does is make your banking transactions faster. Under this old system, it could take multiple days to settle transaction, right? And so you have fintech apps that I've been teaching you all about, like PayPal, Cash App, Bitcoin payments, which makes payment faster than transactions nearly instantaneously. And so you can see why these bank failures are happening and better banking and better payment solutions. So FedNow is a solution to modernize the government's payment, right? Now, the FedNow system, again, it has nothing to do with the central bank's digital currency. And so now you have this system that they want to make the banking system faster. Now, will this make XRP obsolete? I'm going to share my screen again. Will this do away with XRP? Will it make bank coins obsolete? That's the multi-million-dollar question. I hope you all can see this on the screen. Let me try to enlarge this. So woke banking is what they call it. But we've already mentioned FedNow is, or I've already said FedNow is not a CBDC. It operates at a higher level and impacts only bank-to-bank transaction, people. So FedNow operates on a higher level, not consumer transaction. I want you to get that. XRP, XLM will be mainly consumer to consumer transaction. So in fact, the creation of FedNow is so favorable for instant payments that it may even render the need not only for CBDC, as again I said earlier, we have Florida and Texas wanting their gold-backed central bank's digital currency because gold and silver is real money. Even though Dave Ramsey told you and teach you that it's not, it is, right? And my thing about Dave, he's supposed to teach from a biblical perspective. So why wouldn't you teach to acquire biblical assets? I don't know, like platinum and silver and gold and palladium and titanium and copper and, uranium and agriculture and crops and livestock and real estate and land. Dave Ramsey teaches none of the biblical assets, but he markets that he teach Bible principles as it relates to finances. However, our bank-to-bank cryptocurrency tokens such as Ripple, XRP, it could make it obsolete. Now we know that FedNow is going to be released of July of this year. I also know that I can't get out this screen, so I hope I'm still live screaming that I was sharing. Hitting the escape button. Let me check on my phone and see if the live stream is still up. And let me know if y'all can hear me. But we all, because I can't see myself. We also know that the launching of FedNow will happen July 1st. That's the launch. That means that's the testing period will take place on July 1st of this year. And if you don't know, you should also know that. Let see if I'm live. I can't pull it up on my phone either. So let me go to Facebook. You should also know that the government has to make a decision about increasing its increasing its debt total. Yeah, I think I'm still live. Yeah, I have to look on Facebook. Increasing its debt total next month. Will it increase the debt threshold, which I think is currently at $32 trillion? I can't look this up on my laptop because my screen is frozen, but $32 trillion. So as the United States is doing away with fiat currency and cash and has to increase its debt total, we're moving to crypto and coins. It's just that simple. I was going to show you my crypto portfolio, but my screen is frozen, so I cannot. I hope I can save this live stream when I close up, because I can't, I tried to enlarge that screen so you all can see it, and now I can't exit it. And so with that being said, I'm logging off, and you all, I probably will do another live stream later on tonight. Oh, okay, now I can get out of it. So now I can at least make sure that it's saved. Thank you for telling me I am live, just showing something different. And people that's not prepared, they're just not prepared. It's not going to do you any good to have cash in your shoebox, under your mattress, because cash is only going to benefit you if you have it in coins and crypto. In fact, if you want to get silver and gold at a wholesale price and not retail, visit the website queenofcoinsilver.com, where fine art and silver is collaborated. This is what the wealthy invest in: fine arts and collaborated in one. But again, if you want cash flow, I always tell people, right, get with income producing assets first, and then get with the most undervalued asset in the world. And you can Google that and fact check that, which is silver, second, in my opinion. Or just be great and do both at the same time. Hey, I'm logging out. I will live stream tonight. And also, last month was my first month in 5 years. Anybody know about 5 years in network marketing? That's called your rookie years, right? The beginning years. First month of $10,000 residual, hitting that bracket and threshold. So my first initial mindsets for getting to network marketing, I started in 2018. Forgot what month, but I just wanted an additional $500 a month because I was going through a divorce and wanted to supplement on a low scale my ex-husband income that he brought to the marriage and brought to the family. Now, have my daughter here. We're doing fine. We never had our lights disconnected, couldn't pay a water bill, all due to collaboration, my job rather, with cryptocurrency, leveraging a home-based business tax benefits, right? It's like getting passive income to yourself at the end of the year and getting a financial education and then converting that into passive income and into royalty income and to residual income versus just having earned income from a job, right? So more information, again, you can text CC, where you can get passive and residual income that you control, not like in a crowdfunding account that a group of people had to decide if they want to sell, right, for you, or a cash value account that you got to have thousands to pump into it up front to really take a loan out against it. And just the name cash value, when cash is becoming valueless, doesn't sit very well with me, because there's no value in cash unless you're putting it in assets, right? Real world assets. So thank you so much to Woman Media. Thank you so much. And people, that took a mindset shift for me and the seasons of doing it and the transitioning. So your money, right, often elevates to the level of your mindset. I'm logging off again. Make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube. Have a great day today. I see you later on if I decide to do another live stream today and do a double dose. Queen out.